women with whom Bill Clinton
Clinton.
allegedly had affairs and Benghazi mom to debate in
Uh-huh.
an effort to rattle Hillary Clinton was stupid. Wait till you see Donald's next step. After President Obama told him to stop whining about losing, he
Mm-hmm.
invited the president's half brother to the third presidential debate.
Mm.
Now, there's a reason President Obama doesn't associate with his Kenya half brother, and Trump may not be aware of it. Malik Obama supports Hamas. Did I say it right? I probably
Hamas.
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 And was photographed in 2012 wearing one of the terror group's scarves with the slogan, Jerusalem is ours, we are coming. Now, what does that sound like to you? What his brother's about? And from the river to the sea. That asserts Israel doesn't exist at all. The Obama
Mm.
half brothers aren't exactly on the best of terms, but this terrorist supporting anti Semite loves Donald Trump. He wants to see him make America great again. America is great. It's just he stirred up a pot of something that's caused a lot of problems. And
Yeah.
it was funny. You know how I tell you one of my sisters, because she lives in Mississippi, it was the first time I heard her say this. She said the people voting for him are, how do you say that word? Deplorable? Deplorable.
Deplorable.
I
Yep.
was shocked. But I think he lost a lot of people's vote. Like she said, Mississippi is probably going to be his state.
Yeah, it's a red state.
But I think he lost a lot of votes there because of this sexual thing, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them, they're very religious
Yes.
and they're against stuff like that. So I
Well,
doubt if she's voting for him. She probably just won't vote.
that's a shame that people, if they don't like a certain candidate, they won't vote at all. And that to me is like, I don't understand that mindset because it's too important, and every vote has a value. You can vote against someone, but you're voting. You got to vote.
Well, there's a lot of people I've talked to on the phone that's not voting. Well, I'll finish telling you this other. It's they go, if this is supposed to rattle the president, perhaps Trump should consider that he just invited someone who literally wants to destroy Israel as a special guest for him.
Hmm. Well, good morning to Darnita over in Germany, and Andrea, Hans. I'm just going through some of the names here on our Facebook feed.
Is that Andrea Drea?
Yeah, Andrea.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Andrea. What's up?
I
Homie
really
from
liked
Viscomi?
your son, the one
Yeah,
that worked with us that day in Inglewood. What a nice child.
yeah. One of her sons is in the hospital, is not doing well.
What's wrong?
His white blood count is extremely high, and we're praying for him.
Oh, wow.
So, Drea, just know that
Did he have any
your
type of
family is praying.
infection? Because that happened to my daughter before.
They don't know. They can't seem to figure it out.
Well, my daughter was scalded, so it destroyed her. I
Mm.
think the red cells or something. It did something
Mm-hmm.
where we had a lot of issues. I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they
She
could.
did a good job raising those boys,
Yeah, they're good boys.
especially the one that was there. I had never really gotten to know him till
Mm-hmm.
that day,
Yeah, he's a good kid. Good,
as I
good.
got off the subject.
So, yeah, here we are on the big day leading up to the big and final presidential debate. Most people believe that Hillary has won the first two rounds, and I feel that she'll do very well tonight. And I think we're all looking for the knockout blow. I don't know that you can do that with this guy. Completely dismantle him, because there's not much left to dismantle. He's done a pretty good job at doing himself in. But as long as here's what I hope for. I want to see them talk about the issues, not the personalities and the personal attacks. I don't know that that's going to happen. The moderator is a seasoned media professional, a journalist. He may be able to hold their feet to the fire and keep them in check, maybe. But we don't know. So hopefully it'll be unlike the other two, because I think we're all fed up with the negativity and the name calling and finger pointing and all of the disruption that especially Donald. I think Hillary has been more of a lady and professional than Donald. Donald's just like a schoolyard thug, a bully. Darnita is in Germany. It's 7 to 12 here. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time, especially in your evening, that you could be doing so many other things over there in the wonderful country of Germany, and you're listening to us. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Now, I saw you walking. What was that? You were walking in the mall on Facebook. That was cool. Keep on walking. Keep moving forward.
If she's in Germany, they walk a lot.
Yeah,
When I was there, they're very healthy people.
yeah. Darnita is a gospel singer. Well, I'll say singer because she's talented, and I think she can sing anything that she wants to. And but she, I think, specializes in the gospel music area, and she's dynamic, powerful, very, very good. So if you guys ever get a chance to hear her or see her perform, Darnita Rogers. Darnita, are you an American citizen or are you a German, a Germany citizen of Germany? Dubba-dubba-dubba-da. Easy for me to say. Yeah, well, you know what, Drea, you're right. Drea says Trump cannot talk about something that he has no knowledge about, no idea. You're right, and that's how he skirts and dances around and try to control the conversation with his bovine. You're absolutely right. You have nailed him, Drea. You nailed him. That's how he rolls. Because he's not a very smart guy. And it tickles me when people say, well, he's a successful businessman. Oh, please. He's been lucky. He's been lucky. That's what he is. He's a lucky son of a gun. He has misused people, not pay them. He's a predator. And that's what he said. They prey upon women. I'm not making this up. You don't want me to play this video, audio back, because I'll do it. But that's the kind of guy he is. He's very self-serving. And it can't change. There's no way he can change. It's in his DNA. He's been that way all of his life. And it's really unfortunate. And there are people who believe that he should be the president of the United States. I just don't get that at all. What is it that they see that we can't see, that I can't see? I'll speak for myself.
I think he's brought out people that are still back in the Civil War days or before that.
Wow.
That think we can go backwards. And most Caucasian people don't think like this, but a lot of these people that have come forward like this,
Mm-hmm.
they think that the white race is superior.
Mm.
They haven't gotten past that, and
Yeah.
it's actually a joke. And I think a lot of wealthy people like PayPal, who I will never use now, I think they donated. Did they donate money to him? And someone else donated some money recently. But who does PayPal think they get their money from? Because someone else can come up with another PayPal.
I don't use PayPal. I know a lot of people do. It's a simple
I
system.
think a lot of people aren't going to. Someone's going to create another one.
Well, there's plenty of them out there now. Square, you can use. It's equivalent to, if not, I like it better. That's one of I use. I don't use PayPal. I haven't used it in years.
I don't think I've ever
More than
used
10
it.
years.
Now, do you know who this gentleman is? He was working for Fox that's going to jail, pleads guilty to felony fraud. Wayne Simmons.
No, I don't know him.
Read about it. It'll blow your mind.
Yeah? What did he do?
You're better at that than me. He's the one that claims certain things about Hillary, but found out he's not the person he said he was, that he worked for Central Intel. You got to read about this. It's a trap. Lee's just better at explaining than I am.
Oh. Let's see. I'm trying to find this video of Trump on the bus. Yeah, I got it here. Is this the long one? If you got some young, tender-minded people around, you probably don't want the kids to hear this audio.
What is it?
This is the conversation that Trump had on the bus with Billy Bush.
Billionaire boss holed up on an isolated.
And I just, I wanted to give that warning because of the nature of the music here. Not music, but the conversation.
She's still very beautiful. I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
That's huge news, Sarah.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where there's some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
She's your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes, the Donald has scored.
Oh,
my man.
Bunch of assholes.
Wait, you gotta look at me when you get out of your
Sets this up.
That is
Will
very
you give me the thumbs
Look
up?
at you. You are a
You
piece.
gotta put the thumbs up. You gotta get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
else off first? Yeah, let me.
It's very
You
funny.
gotta give me the thumbs up.
You and I will walk out.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's a different one.
Better not be the publicist. No, it's her. It's
Yeah, that's her, with the gold. I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy.
What a
Do
pig.
anything.
I never heard this
Look
before.
at those legs. All I can see is the legs.
No, it looks good.
Who would want to kiss
Come on,
him
shorty.
with no lips?
Oh, nice legs, huh?
Oof. Get out of the way, honey. Oh, that's good legs. Go ahead.
It's always good if you don't fall out of the bus. Like Ford, Gerald Ford, remember?
Down below. Pull the handle.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Trump, how
nice
are
seeing
you?
you.
Pleasure to
Terrific.
meet you.
Terrific. You know Billy Bush?
How are
Nice
you?
to see you. How you doing,
Very
Ariane?
good.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Are you ready to be a soap star?
We're ready. Let's go. Make me a soap star.
How about a little hug for the Donald? He just got off the
Would you
bus.
like a little hug,
Okay,
darling?
absolutely.
How about a
Melania
little
said
hug for
this
the
was
bushy? I
okay.
just got off the bus.
Bushy, bushy.
There we go. Excellent. Well,
Come
you've
on.
got a nice co-star here.
Good.
Yes, absolutely.
After you. Come on, Billy. Don't be
As
shy.
soon as a beautiful woman shows up, he takes
Get over
off
here,
on
Billy.
his always happy.
I'm sorry, come here.
Let the little guy in there. Come
Yeah,
on.
let the little guy in. How you feel now? Better? I should actually.
It's hard to walk next to a guy like
Here, wait,
this.
hold on.
Yeah, you get in the middle. There we go.
Good. That's
This is
better.
much better. This is.
That's better.
Now, if you had to choose, honestly, between one of us, me or the Donald,
I don't know. That's tough
some pressure
competition.
right
Yeah.
seriously, you had to take one of us as a date.
I have to take the fifth on that one.
Really?
Yep, I'll take both.
Which way?
Make it right. Here we go. Right in the day.
Now, what's about to happen
Here
is
he goes.
key here.
I'm going to leave you here.
Okay.
Get my microphone.
Okay. You gonna? Oh, you're finished?
You're my man. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go do our show.
Oh, you want to reset? Okay.
Now, see, all along, he knew he was mic'd. He knew it. He's walking with the portable mic. So the excuse was, well, I didn't know the mic was on. First of all, that dog won't hunt, number one. Number two, it's not locker room or boy talk. It's trash. It's garbage. Garbage.
Well, I think the
It's
Bush guy was
disrespectful.
just as bad, to be
Well,
honest.
that's why he lost his job. He's done. NBC got rid of him. They first suspended him, and I said it from day one. I said they're not going to keep him. He's done. Stick a fork in him. A few days later, it came out. He's done.
How did they get the tape?
What? That was for a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, extra. And
so
and
they
Billy
were
Bush
taping
was the
Billy
host.
Bush. Oh, and they pulled it up.
Oh yeah, they keep that stuff forever. Just in case. It was a historic moment.
How he was talking was.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was with confidence.
They
It
can't
wasn't-
stop
it-
when he kisses them. Look at him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care what he has. But look at him.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
has
you hadn't
no
heard the whole
I've never
thing?
listened to it. I
Really?
told you that the other day.
Yeah. Well, that's the
He has
uncut
no
version.
lips. He's I don't even I wouldn't care how much money he has.
Yeah. Good morning, Greg Johnson and Tim Watts. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. How you guys doing? Tim, I need some crabs. And I know it's, the end of the season now, right?
I told you. Never mind.
No, not those kind. Tim is from Baltimore, so he knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about some Chesapeake
Oh, I
Bay
love the crabs
blue
out there.
crab.
There's
That's right.
along the water.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to go to a restaurant. I can't think of what it was.
Right there, Waterside in
Yeah,
Baltimore.
what was there's a restaurant that was well, they're all famous for. But
Yeah, yeah. In fact,
It's
Tim and
awesome.
I bet it's the same one that Tim and I
I
had.
wonder if he knows Lobo. He's a lawyer out there. He used to promote a lot of clubs.
Oh, okay. I don't know. He might know him. Tim could run for mayor in Baltimore and probably win. And I'd be your campaign manager. We'll blow it up. TC Tompkins, Houston. Hey, TC, I hear Texas is looking kind of blue. I've been saying that from day one. It's time for the minorities and smart non-minorities, white people, to realize what you've been voting for has not been in your best interest. You know, it's time to turn Texas blue. In spite of all of the controversy in this particular race, it's time. It's been too long. Last time Texas was blue was when Lyndon Baines Johnson was the president. So it's time to rock it. Turn this puppy around. What's up, Don Cody? So everybody's checking in this afternoon out there, morning here on the
I know. I hate
West
I'm not
Coast?
going to be here tomorrow because I know it'll
it's
be
going to
fun
be a
arguing
hot
about
show.
it.
Absolutely. And
Charles Butler hasn't called in lately.
Now Butler, you know, he's under a rug right now. He's feeling kind of lonely because he's one of the few black Republicans that is still supporting Donald Trump. So he's probably in the witness protection program by now. Well, that's where he should be. He should be there. Couldn't stand the pay cut. If you were the mayor, the mayor doesn't pay well there. I would think Baltimore would be a pretty good paycheck. No? Well, that's too bad. Well, you're in retirement now, so anything you make would be cool in the gang, you know? And if some of you guys want to tune in, or call in rather, 424-227-9461. That's 424-227-9461. I'd be interested in getting some feedback from some of the listeners today in terms of what you think will happen tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time, in round 3.
What time is it here then?
6
Oh,
6 p.
well then I can't go to the board meeting.
Oh, well, you know what the outcome is going to be anyway.
No, I
so.
was going there to argue about.
Oh, you're
going
going to go and raise a little hell?
Yeah, because I never heard of this before. We have laundry rooms on each floor, and there's
Uh-huh.
500 condos where I live.
Okay.
In my building, we have 2 people that just complain about everything. And especially if you're a minority.
Mhm.
Everything that happens, it has to be the minorities that do it. And they're not cheap condos.
Right.
So all of a sudden, the laundry door, you can hardly open it. They fixed it where it won't stay open. Now, I fractured my shoulder a year ago, so it's kind of hard for me to try to use my shoulder to hold it open to get my clothes in. Found out that they went and made the decision to close those where they won't stay open now, where you have to struggle to get it open to get your laundry in.
Mm.
And it was 2 women that complained. Now,
Why would they?
There's-
What were they complaining about? Why did they want
because the
that way?
trash chutes there too. But how can 2 women make a decision on
What affects
the-
everybody?
Yeah, and I thought it was every building. I found out it's only mine. So yeah, I was going to complain about this. I want to know why I wasn't asked. I own my unit, so why am I never asked?
Yeah, that's really unfortunate when people
Well, those 5
Don't-
board members think they're your landlords.
Yeah, well, see, y'all need to change the rules as it relates to the association because that's not cool. It really isn't.
Yeah, I think things should be voted on.
Yeah, it should be.
But most of our meetings, the people that come, I don't go because they all fight in there, and then they'll call the cops. They look like they climbed out of their coffins. You don't even see these older people. But they show up for that board meeting,
Yeah,
and most of them are there with their caregivers.
that's why I don't like condos and
Well, I regret I bought a condo.
townhouses
I
and-
really regret it now.
even neighborhoods, single-family homes that have homeowner associations. That's like another mortgage that you'll never get rid of. Even when you pay your mortgage off, you still got to pay those clowns. And then if they're giving you poor service, then that's pretty aggravating. Welcome to the show, Don.
Hello, Lee. Hello, Carol.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm alive and kicking and can't wait for the
That's
big
good.
showdown tonight.
Yeah, tonight is the big one. It's going to be the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat.
So what do you think is going to happen? How's
Well,
it going to
it's
turn
be
out?
Jerry Springer tonight, definitely. This is do or die for Donald Trump. You know, this is it. You know, all the
Yeah.
polling and the electoral map about the 270 is not looking good for him.
No.
This is his last-ditch effort, less than 3 weeks to the big election. And Hillary Clinton needs to be up on her game to put him in check big time. They're going to run all over Chris Wallace, though.
You think so,
I
huh?
think, oh yeah, he's going to be worse than Lester Holt.
Hmm.
You know, Anderson Cooper did keep him in line, but Donald Trump is. This is it. This is it.
I think
you
the
know.
woman kept him in line too.
She did
Well,
pretty
they ran
good.
over
yeah.
her pretty much.
Yeah, they kind of slapped her around a little bit too. She tried, but with Donald just totally disrespected her as he does with most women.
disrespects everybody. I mean,
Well, he
And
does.
There's always something new with him. His latest thing is the election is rigged. It's rigged. When he was leading in the polls, as soon as he got to his rallies, he would announce his poll numbers. right
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the
He don't
bat.
talk about that now.
and he
I know.
wants Saturday Night Live to be shut down because they're rigging the.
Yeah, shut Saturday Night Live down. Alec
you
Baldwin
believe
is
that?
terrible.
What an idiot!
Yeah.
And he's a big whiner, a big, huge whiner. Even some of his people like look at him like, dude, either put a tampon on or shut up.
You know, all he's doing now is positioning for the failure. Okay, so now he's doing the blame game, blaming everybody for his failure, and it's nobody's fault but his own, because of everything that comes out of his mouth. He's just, it's like put both feet in mouth, speak loud. In fact, that's not enough. Can I borrow a couple of more feet and put those in my mouth? That's him. Now that's funny. Carol's always finding crazy pictures, and this one is pretty crazy, pretty funny. Look at that. Oh my God. I mean,
Oh wow. That's just
yeah. Well,
Victorian.
he's got plenty of ass because that's what he is. He
and you
is
know
a
what I
complete
like?
ass.
Hillary didn't even trip about that statue of her.
Yeah,
she hasn't
yeah.
said one word.
She shouldn't. What the heck? Who cares? You know,
I think he was more mad when the statue came out because they put that little tiny.
his little wiener.
Well, it was so tiny it looked like a button.
Yeah.
I mean and the girl that drew the picture, she got beat up out here.
Really?
Yeah, they know that he had somebody beat her up because they made her take it down out here, the picture, but she went to London and they put it in a museum when she drew of him. Which
Yeah, Europe is a
you're
little more
allowed
open.
to do that. And
Yeah.
when she came back, she got jumped.
I do want to say a special hello to my good friend T.C. Tompkins in Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
T.C. is the man. He is
Absolutely.
He's my right-hand man. I'm his right-hand man. We're like Batman and Robin.
Uh-oh. I like the sound of that, too. Y'all do
Yeah.
kind of look like Batman and Robin.
Well, he's way taller than I am.
He's a skyscraper. Yeah, he does. And when I stand next to him, he dwarfs me.
Good people, man. Good
Yeah, he's a
people.
great guy.
He spent
Great.
a lot of money with my company, a couple
Yeah.
million, man. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, he's a good
Special
guy.
hello to Tim Watts up in Baltimore.
Yeah, the mayor of Baltimore, by the way. He should be.
Yeah, but tonight I'm gonna definitely watch it. This is gonna be better than the first and the second debate because, like I said, it's do or die. Hillary Clinton, she really doesn't even need to attend the debate, but she's got to do it anyway because, her her fans want to see her, and the people are a little bit still undecided. They need to see what position she's standing on. But Donald Trump is going to try everything, including the kitchen sink. And I just saw something the other day. He's talking about bringing in Barack Obama's half brother from
Yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Well, I don't know. But maybe somebody should tell him Barack Obama's not running, and his half brother, who Barack and his half brother don't agree on anything, means nothing.
Yeah, but look where he messed up because why he doesn't talk to his brother.
Well, because they don't agree on
No, he
the
supports
policies.
Hamas. He believes
yeah.
Hamas or
Yeah.
whatever.
Hamas.
He supports him.
Yeah.
And he feels that Israel should be put down.
Well, that's a good enough reason for him to not appreciate the existence of his half brother. And you can't do that. He's dead wrong. So bringing in Barack Obama's half brother is meaningless, and it further amplifies that Donald Trump is out of touch, not dealing with reality, and doesn't know what he's doing. He's not qualified to be the president, physically
No, he's not.
or
And
mentally.
And then on one of the debates, he's talking about he has the best temperament. He really does it. He's proven himself to be
over
a
and over
huge
again.
whiner. He's whining about everything, and now the media is not treating him fairly. The media was the one who got him all the attention at the very beginning. CNN, I thought it was, you talking about CNN stands for Clinton News Network.
Yeah.
At first, every time I turned on CNN, even Fox for that matter, it was Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm laughing here, folks, because I'm reading a comment here from Dennis Reedy.
I just seen it too. I thought maybe, does he even have balls?
So Dennis is suggesting that at tonight's debate, Hillary should grab Donald by the balls and say, "It's okay. I'm famous." I love that. That's great. That's great, man. Can you imagine? Only one thing that could be better. Instead of Hillary walking out to debate him, have her husband come out, say, "Okay, sucker, it's on. Let's go." Bill walks out and say that stuff to me, sucker.
See, that's what I like to see. I like to see some real deal Jerry Springer wrestling stuff, because it's doing that. All this pity pat stuff is not what the public want to see. They want to actually see the two get in there and fight.
Well, that's the only thing that's missing. That's the only
Hillary
thing
needs
that's
to
missing.
get Sanico Escawanda on him and say something to him, point his finger in his face, or call him a big whiner, say you're a big baby or something
And
like
shake her head and everything.
that. Yeah.
Go
She
straight
needs
ghetto
to go
on
to
her.
the hood, to the south side of Chicago, or Watts, California, or East St. Louis, Illinois, and sit down with some of the hood chicks and get
too
some
funny.
debate prep. What's up, Roshan? Yeah.
Roshan in the house like a child on punishment. Man, I tell you, that would be funny. I mean, it would be a disaster for America, but I think that's what a lot of people are hoping for.
Yeah. People have told me, like, why come you gonna say something mean to him and everything? Especially that time at the debate when he told me you need to be ashamed of yourself. I was really shocked and appalled by that. I said, dude, wait a minute, you just got in trouble with the bus thing. You threw Billy up under the bus.
Right.
Talking about grabbing women by the pee and everything, and then he gets on the debate stage telling Hillary you need to be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
Oh man, she need to put him in check so bad that 270 is completely over.
You know what? When he goes off on those rants, she ought to just turn to him and say, "Donald, shut up!
Yeah.
Shut up right now! You say one more word, I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth." When I get through with you, when you wake up, you will have missed a couple of birthdays. That's how hard I'm going to hit you, Donald. I'm going to knock you out in the middle of next week.
I wonder if
Just
we'll
go
have
off.
some fighting out in Vegas tonight.
Well, you know what? Vegas is a weird town. I'm going back to Vegas to do some more campaigning, not this weekend, but the following weekend. And I'm going to do a one-day thing. We're going door to door to encourage people to get out to vote.
Well, I could do the following weekend. I
Yeah.
thought it was this week.
No, not this weekend. No. The following weekend, Lee Michaels and crew will be in Vegas to ensure that Nevada turns blue for Hillary
job.
Clinton.
Good job. Good
Yeah,
job.
man.
Listen, I'm gonna jump off so some of the other people can jump in and say something to you, Lee, but I'll be listening.
All right, partner. Thank you. Good hearing your voice. It's Don Cody, ladies and gentlemen, from Central Florida, checking in on the Lee and Carol Show. This year is the year of the C, the letter C. And what do I mean by that? Here's my crude little sign here. I don't know if it's going to print well on the camera. Okay, I'm having problems lining this up here, but it's the year of the C. The Cubs, the Cowboys, and Clinton.
And Carol.
And Carol. Okay, it's 4 C's. Carol, Cubs, Cowboys, and Clinton. I like the sound of that. It's got a little je ne sais quoi. Now, all you cowboy haters out there, just keep hating. You're probably going to vote for Donald Trump, so I don't care nothing about you. Whatever you say against my Cowboys, it's going to be a showdown.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading something, so that was the wow.
Okay. Well, I can't say stuff like what? Well, she can't say stuff. Oh, yeah, I know. Hillary can't say that, but, sure would be funny, wouldn't it? Shut up, sucker. Say one more word. I'm going to... You make me mad up in here. Just go off. Just go ballistic on him. I wouldn't blame her. And people would probably be standing up in their living rooms cheering. Say, yes, she finally hit him. Knock him out. No, I don't promote violence, but it's funny. It would be funny. But you know what? Saturday Night Live might do it. Now that would be a scream. So I don't know. I hope tonight that Hillary will keep her composure, stay focused, answer the questions, and ignore Boo Boo the fool. Every time that he goes off and tried to engage her into his rhetoric and craziness, she should just turn her back to him. And don't even look at him. Just turn her back to him as if he doesn't exist. See, sometimes you can do things like that, which is equally as or powerful as having a confrontation with a fool. Just ignore him and let him keep ranting, going off. And people will just be going, look at this fool. Look at this fool. Can you believe this? See, if you don't engage with a bully, it's going to make him look like a fool. Then maybe he'll settle down, because that's just like getting a black eye. When you ignore a fool, it takes away the wind that they're blowing at you. That's how you shut them down. Now, if that don't work, then it might be time to try tactic number 2. And you don't want to go there. Can you imagine Bill jumping up out of his seat and run down, grab him and throw him on the floor? Say, shut up. You get up, I'm going to knock you out. Oh, okay. See, y'all got me all wound up here in my theater of the mind. doing crazy stuff on the radio. But crazier things have happened. Now, I got a question for some of my radio buddies out there. Now, I hear that there's a thing going around that Michael Baisden may be coming back on the radio. What's the general consensus on that? I read part of an article on it, and I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I mean, he's been gone for, a few years now. I don't miss him, quite honestly. Does radio miss him? Maybe a few.
Who is he?
He was a radio personality, syndicated show.
Oh.
I don't know if he was on in L.A. or not. He may have been on KJLH. I'm not sure. But, yeah, AURN is syndicating a show. Don, do you know what stations? Have they signed any stations yet? I'm not up on it, and I really don't pay too much attention to terrestrial radio anymore. Because every time I do, I hear taps in the background. I just do. I don't know why. I hear that bugle in the background, like day is done. So only a few, and it kicks off in January. Okay. See, here's the thing. Here's the problem I see with his show. He didn't have a lot of friends in radio. From what I understand, he pissed off all the program directors and many of the general managers and station owners even. So who's going to come back and roll the dice with him again? He had a decent show. I give him that. But sometimes people can be so self-serving that they lose touch of reality. And I always thought he should have been more inclusive in working with the radio stations when they needed him to come in to do marketing and promotional events. He gave them a lot of pushback. Now, the people, the listeners, they may not be sensitive to all of that, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Will he get some top 10 markets? I'd be surprised. He might. But he's been gone long enough that there are people who have filled those slots now, either locally or some other syndicated show. And quite frankly, my wish, my hope is that these radio companies would start developing some talent, investing in developing talent. And there's enough people sitting on the beach, damn it, that you could bring in and do good local shows. Or syndicated if you want to go that way. Just stop picking the wrong people. Everybody's not cut out to do this. They're just not. And I think he had a good thing going there for a while. His popularity grew pretty rapidly, but he's not a radio guy. He developed, became better at it. But one of the things that Michael missed was to be more inclusive and understand the needs of the local radio stations, that they make you. And if they don't take your program, you're just another syndicated show out there with no affiliates. So many of the radio guys, the program directors that I know, they're not feeling too good about him. And they were saying, good, bye. Bye, don't come back. So it's going to be interesting to see if he gets a win in his sales and comes back and hit the ball out of the park. Guy Brody.
Yes, sir.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
I'm just sitting here, doing my analysis of the return of Michael Baisden. What are your thoughts?
I think it's probably it's a good move for him. I don't know. I'm not clear on the markets that he's actually going to be in. So we'll see.
Well, you're in Atlanta. Do you think that there will be a station to take his show there in Atlanta?
I don't see where he could actually fit in here in Atlanta, because they've got if you look at KISS and you look at
V.
You look at V103.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are KISS. I mean, KISS has a local guy. V103 has a local guy, and Big Tigger. You remember Tigger? Tigger used to work for you.
Yeah.
So I just don't. There's no. I mean, there's no opening for him there.
So
there's no opening for him at Radio 1 either, because you got Simon there. You got Simon Baby, and Chubb Rock.
Right.
So that's closed. So you know what I mean? And they really believe in their local people in morning and afternoon drive. So
Right.
I don't see where it's even a possibility here.
Okay, so we scratch Atlanta. What
Scratch
about
Atlanta?
What about D.C.?
DC, you know, they tried Frank Ski at HUR. I don't know. You know, unless it. Yeah.
Well, let's.
You know, I don't know what
let's-
I don't know what the relationship with Radio One is.
See,
You know what I mean?
that's where I was about to go.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know if that's been mended or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
If that's a possibility, then maybe something can happen. But if that's really off limits or not going to happen, then it'll be tricky. It'll be tricky.
So if Radio One has a bad taste in their mouth for Michael Baisden, then that eliminates about 40 markets right there. You know,
Right.
so you're talking Detroit, D.C., Philadelphia, Cleveland, Cincinnati, I think they're in,
Mhm.
Indianapolis, St. Louis, Houston, Dallas, and
Right.
a few others. The Carolinas, North Carolina, I think they're in Charlotte, right? And
Right. So let's see,
Raleigh,
you know,
Durham.
he's with AURN, right? It's American.
Right. Right.
So my thing, Lee, is the only thing that I see that they could possibly do is go after Doug's stations that he had left, and maybe because that show didn't really, you know, the Doug's replacement didn't really happen.
Right.
So maybe that, you know, that might be an option or inroad that I see. That's the only inroad that I see that he could maybe make some noise there, and then possibly, you know, do better. If he makes some noise with a few things, maybe he could kind of make his own way after that.
See,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and so Chicago is out because I don't think Derek Brown's going to put him on in Chicago because of the costs involved in that, and I think he's got a successful local afternoon show now, where Doug was, and when Doug passed, and they put the new show together, they lost several of the markets that they had, and they went local. And see, I just don't see that turnaround happening.
Yeah, you mentioned Derek in Chicago.
Yeah.
He tried that Rudy Rush deal in Chicago after Doug was gone.
Right.
And it didn't happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that door looks like it might be closed now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So again, I mean, you know, like I said, and after Doug left, I mean, and Doug wasn't really knocking the doors down as far as affiliates go.
Right.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
he was struggling.
His main one was Chicago. And that was because he'd been there.
Right.
And he was able to hang on to that. But pretty much everything else was small and medium market. You know what I mean?
It's exactly right. And I don't think Cumulus will give him much support because, I mean, they own the network that he was on, and they left with a bad taste in their mouth. So that's going to be eliminates the other significant markets.
If he picks up the small and medium markets, it still beats a blank for him. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think he's missing the whole play here. I think he should forget about terrestrial radio. And if I was Michael Baisden, the day after I departed from that network show,
he should have done that. But I mean,
he should have gone online and do his thing there, and he would have complete control. Nobody telling him what he can and cannot do. He could flap his wings the way he wanted. And I don't understand how he missed that opportunity. He had a studio there in his home, I understand.
I understand. I mean,
I don't get it.
Come on, man. Yeah, you do get it. Yeah, you do get it.
Don't get it. Explain it to me.
Man. I don't know why you don't get it, because he can't see that, though. You understand what I mean? You see it, but he doesn't see it. And I know a lot of guys that don't see that. There are a lot of guys that don't see that. A lot of people that don't see that because they're so used to getting a check from radio and corporations that when you talk about internet, they're saying, you know,
Well,
That's like
too bad.
Right.
They don't get it.
Because he was definitely poised and in the right position, and certainly had the money to where he could have promoted himself and made his own way through internet. He could have certainly done that.
Not
With
only that,
ease.
he had a significant number of people who were already checking him out on his michaelbaisden.com.
That's why I said he
Yeah.
was already poised.
Yeah,
he was already
he was
in
set.
position. He was in position to kill, but
Yep.
he didn't seize that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been years since he's been off. It's been 3 years. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He should have jumped on that and just
Immediately.
keep himself out there.
That's
keep
right.
Himself out there, and it would have been. I think he would have probably had terrestrial radio by now. You understand what I'm saying? Had he done that,
Exactly.
Terrestrial radio would have come looking for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would have come looking for him.
And
So
I would
don't know.
he would have been in a position of saying, "No, man, I don't need you. You know,
Right.
I'm doing fine." If he had 1 million listeners a month listening to him online, he'd be in the catbird seat.
Oh yeah.
And
no
I think
doubt
he
about
had
it.
several 100,000 visiting his site a month before he left. So he could have parlayed that by now in 3 years. I mean,
Right.
look at guys like what's the guy's name that left Fox and started his own thing, The
Glenn
Blaze.
Beck.
Glenn Beck. Glenn made $90 million damn dollars his first year out. Now I don't know how well he's doing now, but the fact of the matter is he left left television, and parlayed the Blaze into a huge financial gain. Let's say you only did 10% of that. You're straight.
Right.
You're good. He was in a position, if he could do 1 million people a month, he'd be king dog by now. He'd be a big dog, bigger than than anything.
But
He could be doing
what
audio,
happens
video,
is-
the whole nine.
Yeah. See, they're totally overlooking and underestimating people's access to them.
Yeah.
They don't really. They take it very lightly. Yeah, you see it, but I mean they don't see it. They think they really look at radio as the master key to access. No, it's not, man. It's really not.
Well, I call it the paycheck mentality.
Right.
And most people have that because that's what we've been educated to think, how to think that
Right.
way. But
Right.
if you're always going to be sitting around waiting for somebody to give you a paycheck, guess what? Your clock is going to stop ticking at some point, because in today's society, in the business world today, if you're not an entrepreneur and creating something that you can control, you're just sitting around waiting for somebody to throw you a bone. And there's just not enough bones out there for everybody.
Right.
Create some jobs. Create your own thing. Like what we're doing here. I mean, we're creating opportunities that people can come on and have their own show. We got, 60 or 70 different shows now. So, I mean, come on. Do your own thing. Control your destiny. I don't understand why there's so many radio guys, especially, sitting on the beach with a ton of talent, and they're still waiting for somebody to call them up and give them a paycheck. Create your own, man.
mean, yeah, like you said, you had 60 or 70 shows, but see, they're I bet out of your 60 or 70 shows, you don't have 60 or 70 pros. You
No,
understand what I'm saying?
no, these are just average people.
No, but that's not what's going to get it. See, you got 60 or 70 pros that are sitting doing nothing.
Right.
So just think if you had 60 or 70 pros in those
It'd be
spots that
huge.
you had.
It'd be huge.
It would be insane.
It'd be
It would
Donald
be
Trump.
insane.
Huge.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So,
Right,
but
right,
that's
right.
unfortunate that people don't get it, and they're not willing to invest in themselves. Number one, and jump out there and make it do what it do.
Right. Right.
It's crazy to me.
Right. Crazy to me too.
Yeah, with live streaming. Now, right now, we're live streaming on our website, audio only. We're on Facebook Live, audio and video. We're on YouTube. And I can light up 3 or 4 other streaming outlets. But, I mean, you can't beat that, man. There's
Right.
no radio station that can do anything larger than what we're doing right now. We can reach people around the world. When we first started the show this morning, Darnita Rogers is in Germany. We had a listener yesterday from England that chimed in. This is worldwide. It's not just in, Columbia, South Carolina or Atlanta, Georgia. And
Right.
the terrestrial radio stations, they kind of thumb their nose at their stream, the audio stream on the station. They don't even really talk about it that often. And if
Right.
you notice, and I know you know, iHeartMedia, if you are one of their stations that they own, you never hear them say, go to KFI.com. No, they send them to iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio.com.
Right.
They don't even talk about the local website. As far as
Right.
they're concerned, you don't really need it. They send everybody to their master streaming mechanism,
Right.
where all the listeners and even non-iHeartMedia radio stations are on that same stream. So they have
Right.
created a huge portal, if you will, that people go to listen to programming,
Right.
whether they own it or not.
Right.
Good morning, Belinda. What's up, baby girl? I know y'all mad at me because I didn't come to the picnic. I forgot. You know I'm old. See all this gray up here in the bald spots? I earned it. So yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Who's that? Belinda Wilson?
Yeah,
Right.
BW, the world.
BW.
Yeah, we had a little
B-Dub.
B-Dub, B-Dub in the house.
Right.
Yeah. When I lived out here in L.A. Back in the 70s, and we had a group of people that we used to kind of hang out together. We called it the world. It was Belinda, Eddie, Legia, myself, Myra. Who else was in that? And I think JJ. A bunch of us, and we just would hang out. Go to bars and restaurants, and we called ourselves the world. That was our world. Just a great bunch of radio and music people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John Brown. That's right. John was in the world.
Right.
Yeah, we had fun. We
I remember
had.
when I first started working at KDAC, went to LA at the NATRA convention in Century City, at Century Plaza,
Yep.
and I saw Belinda then, and see, I'm a little younger than you, Lee. So
Oh, don't start that lie now. Come on now.
Look,
Hold up.
Let me tell the truth, Lee.
Come on now.
And get out of here. It's the truth.
You know you got your AARP and Social Security going.
Yeah.
Well, you get that
out
at
of here. See,
50.
And look.
Don't give him no. Don't give him no.
Let me
He's
tell the
old as
truth.
hell.
Let me tell the truth, all right? Lee's hating right now. But let me tell you something. I saw Belinda Wilson, and I said, "Good Lord in heaven!"
Yeah, she was a hottie, no doubt. She's still hot.
I said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Holy mackerel!" Frankie Crocker. I was a kid, man. So I'm saying,
No,
holy
here we
mackerel.
go.
I thought Belinda was dropped down from heaven or something. I'm not gassing her up. I'm not gassing you up, Belinda. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah, well, everybody felt that way. You wasn't alone.
I said, "Are you nuts?" Are you nuts? Are you kidding me? I said,
Yeah,
holy
yeah.
mackerel. I
She
said,
had everybody in the industry drooling.
Right. I said, "Who is this blonde, beautiful woman? Are you nuts?"
Belinda's blushing.
Hey, look.
She's got to be
I said,
cherry
"No,
red by
man."
now.
Hey, look. All I wanted to do was just look at her. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all I wanted to do. And I said, "Hey, man, you gonna knock me down?" I said, "Knock you down?" I said, "Negro, I'll knock you out."
Well, all you could do was look because Uncle Eddie would have you killed.
Man, are you serious? I said, "Whoa, man. Holy mackerel." Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
hats off to you, Belinda.
Yeah.
B-Dub in the house.
Beat up.
Right.
See, now, what you're talking about is respect and friendship for 30 plus years
Right.
or more.
Right.
You know, for you, it's probably 60 years, but, you know.
Ah, for you, it's 60 years. For you, Papa, it's 60 years.
See, I have to take that from my old-ass friends, you know. They get kind of senile.
You know.
Belinda said she had no idea that's how you
Right.
felt about her. Belinda,
Right. Right. Are you
every
kidding me, brother?
every man
Hey,
in the business felt that way
Right.
about you. Are you
Right.
kidding me?
Right. Please. Please.
But see,
Okay.
we were not
Hey,
like Donald
look,
Trump.
Hey, look, I'm
We were
telling
not
you,
like
hey,
him.
look,
We wasn't going to run up to you and grab you and disrespect you. We
right.
kept our distance and just said,
Right.
That
Right.
that was our extent of locker room talk. Okay,
Right.
that was it.
That was our extent, man. That was our extent. I said, nah, I can't. I said, she wouldn't even give me the time of day. She was this kid. It was this punk.
You know,
You know what I mean?
Belinda.
I said, no way.
Belinda says no
way.
black man ever said anything to me.
Right.
Not disrespectful. I can't believe they didn't say, "Hey, you are
Right.
knocked down, drag out, gorgeous." Are you kidding
Right.
me?
Right.
Yeah,
man.
Belinda. She's
I'm
a
telling
sweetheart,
you,
though.
Hey, look,
She
I'm
really
telling you,
is.
Hey, look, I was working for Jerry Bowling in D.C. I met Jim Maddox
Mm-hmm.
at Century Plaza Hotel.
Yep.
And
I was at that same event. Yep.
He offered me a job, and that's why I first saw. I said, what? You know, I said, I never see anybody so impeccably and so outrageously gorgeous. I said, whoop. I said, man, are you nuts?
Yeah, she was a consummate professional.
Right.
You know,
Right.
a true lady,
Right.
and
True
took
lady.
care of business.
Right.
I never saw her get upset about anything. She was just
Right.
cool in the gang,
Right.
you know.
She was cool. She was a
Yeah.
cool customer.
Yeah.
I just said,
Absolutely.
holy mackerel! I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Lee, I can't. And plus, I'm in Century City.
Right,
You know,
right,
I never seen anything like Century Plaza Hotel.
right. That was a beautiful place.
Right, beautiful
Mhm.
place. And I just said, man, are you kidding me?
Wow.
That's all I can say is, you know what I mean? That's all I can say.
That's Guy Brody, Belinda. If you don't recognize his voice, that's Guy Brody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad I was able to give you your props, Belinda. I mean, that's the way I felt
Yeah.
from day one. So I'm
Yeah.
glad I was able to just tell you that.
Yeah. After all
Yeah.
these years,
After all these years, you know.
105 years later, you're down on bended knee,
Right.
pouring your heart out.
Right.
She says, "Oh, thanks, Guy." See how she is? She's just a
Very
wonderful
gracious,
person.
very
Yeah,
gracious,
yeah.
gracious, yeah.
Down to earth, totally.
Right.
I heard she can cook a little bit too. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, she probably can because
Yeah.
Belinda, she managed Richard Temple's Fields, and
Yep.
he's from Louisiana. So
Mhm.
if she can, hey Belinda, if you can make gumbo, baby, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you brought that up. I'm really sorry that you brought up gumbo because now I want some right now.
You know.
And I've been craving some gumbo as well as some. What did I want, Carol? What is the other one? Oh, jerk chicken. Jerk chicken.
Oh, Jamaica. Yeah.
Thank you, Belinda. I appreciate you tuning in. Is this your first time catching the show? She says she loves the show. We're just in here clowning today, warming up for the big debate tonight. So we thought
Right.
we'd have a little fun and act a fool a little bit. Brody.
Yeah,
he
so
said-
my kids are from Jamaica. My son and my daughter, not all of them, but I have two kids, a son and a daughter from Jamaica, raised in Jamaica. So I'm
okay.
I'm from yeah, man.
Yeah.
Former wife from Jamaica. So I love jerk chicken. Are you nuts? Please.
Right?
I love jerk chicken.
Yeah, I've been looking for a place here in L.A. If somebody's listening, can tell me where I can go get some good jerk chicken.
Made me jerk chicken with a bottle of ting. I like a bottle of ting. I like ting to go with me jerk chicken.
And there you go.
Like a bottle of ting, and maybe some jerk chicken, and sometime me want some Guinness stout. I drink Guinness stout when me want to get my groove on. You know what I say?
Right, right. Yeah, that'd be great. We went out to the Soul Food Festival on Crenshaw and couldn't find a parking space. Carol and I and Shireen, I had two good-looking girls with me, and we couldn't find a parking lot nowhere to park. So we threw in the towel. Shireen jumped out of the car and went. She said, "I'm walking. I'm going." So she went over there. But Carol and I ended up going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, which wasn't bad, but I kind of had my taste buds all wired up for some soul food, and Carol did too. She was all pumped up, and plus we really wanted to see Ron Ellison's daughters and niece
Well,
perform.
that was one of the reasons
Yeah.
we went. And
Yeah.
the gospel.
Yeah. So, but we missed out. We couldn't get a parking space, so we had to detour and go in a different direction. Have you ever been to that festival, Brody? Here in
No.
L.A.?
No, I've never been.
Mm-hmm. I hear it's huge. It was thousands, tens of thousands of people out there here.
Wow.
And it was peaceful, and people ate and enjoyed the music, and it was a good time. I really hate that I didn't get a chance to really
Well, tell them the truth,
Participate.
though, why we got there so late.
see. Carol, you like to talk about all the inside
No,
stuff.
I
and
have a great picture, but he won't let me post it.
Well, see, what happened was I locked myself out of the house, and then I had to call for someone to bring me a key, and they were 2 hours and 20 minutes or so late getting there, which means we didn't leave the house
Plus, they
until
couldn't get out of the yard.
because there was a gate that's surrounding the house, so I didn't have any keys. They were in the house, so that's what happened.
I have the
Now
best
that I'm
picture.
embarrassed of being a dumb buddy,
I have the best picture of him, though. He's standing by the
I'm
gate,
standing at the gate.
and it says, "Beware of dogs."
I'm standing there looking all sad.
And there's a
See,
picture.
you're
of-
wrong. You're wrong, Carol.
He's the
You're
dog.
wrong. That's
But I
wrong.
wouldn't- he wouldn't let me post it, and I won't post a picture if somebody asks me not to. But it's a great
Oh.
picture.
Okay, Belinda's saying We Jammin' restaurant on Pico. What part of Pico? Is that near? Was that? Tell me, because I'll go today, right now.
That's the one I said it was right off of Pico, isn't it? Right off of Pico, up
Pico and what?
Redondo or something.
Redondo.
I think so. If she's taught. Remember, I said I've seen it when I was driving.
Yeah.
I see him
You
on
better- you
Facebook
better
giving
listen to
his
Belinda.
menu.
Belinda knows.
Yeah. Oh, Belinda, she knows
knows.
the landscape in this
Ask
town.
her if it's right off
Right.
of Pico. I think it's Redondo or one of those streets,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right on the side. There's one restaurant on the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's right on the side. Because remember, I told you it is that one because he puts his menu up, and I went in and asked him. I go, "Where are you located?"
Okay. Well, we have to check out We Jammin'.
But didn't Brenda? Weren't you at this taste festival?
Belinda, did you go to the Soul Food Festival on Crenshaw? It's in the hood, yeah.
Yeah, you must have got there early because we couldn't get in.
I don't know. I think she was responding to where it's located. It's in the hood, she said. I'll go in the hood. Ain't no problem with that. I ain't scared.
Right.
Well, that hood was packed that day.
Yeah. So now we went by two other soul food places. What was it? One was
Doolin's
Sweet Peas.
And
That was
Sweet
a
Peas.
line out the door and down the street.
and Doolin's.
And Doolin's. Yeah, that was the same thing. So that's how we ended up going to.
Was Doolin's the
Roscoe's.
one the guy from, what did I say it was? Used to be in the marina. Aunt Kizzy's?
And Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's who Doolin is.
Okay.
If that was the one on Manchester.
Okay.
I think the Roscoe's and chicken, though, it's not like it used to be.
No?
No, I mean, who's going to pay $5? Well, Lee did. For a little tiny bowl of greens. Because
Yeah,
I asked
that was
the lady,
bad.
I go,
I just
Oh.
wanted something so bad. I hadn't had
You
any
pay
in a long
$5
time.
for what?
for
For
a little,
for
I asked the lady, I
greens.
said, is this family style when I seen $5 for and she went from big to little. And all
a little
of a sudden
bowl,
it
you know,
shrunk.
like the little bowls you
She
see
was
in
kind of laughing.
restaurants, like that size.
It
Oh
was
yeah, the
little.
little tiny bowl.
Little tiny
Yeah,
bowls,
$5.
yeah.
Right.
It was five
Right.
and change.
I could have made him some greens for that.
I'll go buy some greens. You gonna hook them up?
Yeah, I make you some
All
greens.
right. See, now You're live on the air. You can't lie to me now. You know? How you fix it?
Yeah.
What do you put in it?
I put
I'd rather
cabbage
check
in
out the
mine. I
Jamaican
use
place.
collard greens, cabbage, and I don't eat pork, so I use turkey legs.
Yeah.
I'll cook them first.
Okay. All
And
right.
I add a little green chili to it, too, a yellow pepper.
Okay. She might know what she's talking about. What do you
I
think,
know
brother?
how to cook now. You had no problem wolfing my meatloaf down now.
Yeah. You got any more?
No, everybody ate it all. And I made
it was good.
a huge thing of it.
Yeah, I ate it all. I ate the last piece yesterday for lunch. It's so good, Brody. It made me go,
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, when you grow up in a big family, it's just country food to me.
Yeah. Everyday food.
I mean, because you eat things that are cheaper and they're gonna go a lot further. Like greens aren't that expensive.
Yeah. I used to go, especially when I was in Chicago in
He's
2013.
never ate hot water cornbread. I was shocked when he told me that. When you said
Is
that,
it hot water
remember?
or cold water?
It's hot water
Hot water.
cornbread. No,
Okay.
I used to always make that.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting. Right, Brody? Bring it on. Talk is cheap.
Yep.
I hear you talking.
Now, I told you I used to have a catering business.
Yeah.
and
I've heard you say
I catered to Beverly Hills, to all their beauty salons, and I had people calling to see what my menu was going to be because I only made enough for people if you pre-ordered,
that. Okay. That makes sense.
and had no problem.
Chris Bass in the house. Thank you for checking in, Chris. Dave Johnson. Izola's in Chicago. Yeah. Yep. Chris, call in. 424-227-9461. So I need to talk to you, man. The technical issues here. We'll be back in a moment. We had a little technical problem there. The wonderful Now Call Spectrum, Time Warner, had a outage here for a few minutes.
Spectrum's charging me $75 for internet, so I'll be leaving.
Oh, man.
I only pay AT&T $37.99.
Is the service good? Fast enough for
well,
you?
it's at my daughter's house.
All right. Well, Belinda, have a good day and a successful meeting. Let's talk later and all of that good stuff. We're going to take a quick break here for those who are now connected to us here on the internet. And Chris, give us a call, 424-227-9461. And Brody, come on, call back in. We'll be right back.
You having fun yet? ThePowerOfVoices.com.
21st Century Grandparent is a show you're not going to want to miss. It's all about the new grandparent out there. We dance, we date, we go on vacations, we still have so much fun. Our grandkids want to hang out with us. Come on over and check out the show so that you can find out who this new 21st Century Grandparent really is. Right here on ThePowerOfVoices.com.
Attention Las Vegas residents. Olympic Cleaning Services is the company for all your green cleaning needs. Call us now, 866-984-7444. Olympic Cleaning Services specializes in residential, commercial, construction, move-in, move-out, carpet cleaning, auto detailing, and we also provide emergency services when you need it. Call us now, 866-984-7444. For all first-time customers, you'll receive 15% off. Call us now, 866-984-7444, or go to OlympicCleaningservices.com. Go green today.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
More than talk, we are a conversation. ThePowerOfVoices.com.
Welcome back. Lee and Carol on thepowerofvoices.com. 424-227-9461 is our number. If you'd like to chime in and talk about what you think is going to happen tonight in the debate. This is the final presidential debate. And a lot of people think that it's going to be just another clown show. I hope it gets to a point where we can deal with the real, true things that are necessary to talk about, the real topics, the things that affect our lives economically, socially, worldwide, here in the U.S., the issues that are important, not this crap, that Trump has been bringing to the game, the personal attacks on each other. Enough already. Let's talk about health care. Let's talk about jobs, rebuilding the infrastructure in this country, getting people working again, more people. President Barack Obama has done a phenomenal job in spite of the lack of support from Congress. That's the tragedy. The lack of support from Congress to the American people. Enough already. Vote them out. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show. Who do we have?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I can't call it. How you doing, Carol?
I'm doing fine. Who's this?
Chris Bass.
Oh, hi, Chris.
From Chicago.
How you doing? The mysterious Carol who I never see on the screen
right now,
Isn't that something?
I'm trying to stay away from the mic because I'm eating a cashew.
Okay, well.
She breaks all the rules, man. She eats on air. I got the camera over on her side of the table, and all I can show you is an empty chair. That's so wrong, man. All your fans out there, Carol.
No, I think I'll let them. Pretty soon I'll wear my funny hats that everybody laughs at.
She's got a Gabby Hayes hat.
I have all different hats. I just have fun. Or I'll put my shoes up and let everybody see I wear two different socks.
Oh, yeah. She's a character. So how you doing, Chris?
I can't call it. Man, this whole debacle 3, of course, coming up tonight.
Right.
Between Hillary and Mr. Comeover guy there. To say what you said earlier about will we get the issues or bullet points from him, it's not going to happen. The circus is still in town.
Yeah,
and he's going to continue his vision of grandeur because they want to shake up the system. They want to bring in somebody like a so-called outsider with him.
Right.
And it just went to crap because the man is just not fit to do anything. And so it started off, I guess, every great story has a romanticism about it, or what if and everything else, and it becomes the American nightmare. And he has done a fantastic job on playing on people's emotions. No bullet points, no set of how to improve the country or how we are affected outside of our country with jobs. All this, it's the sky is falling, they take jobs, here's the wall, and I like to grab women's, vaginas.
Yeah, it's so disrespectful, the things that he's done. I mean, and the cause of all of the hate and discontent we're having now all over the country.
Right.
It's really unfortunate that he is. He's the creator of all of this hate. When he was on the campaign trail during the primary, with the hateful things that he was saying, punch him out. I'll take care of the legal fees.
I never realized he was so hateful.
Well,
until he started running for president.
Exactly. See, but I think it's all premeditated. Again, I'm still standing on my position that he never wanted to be the president. He was using this as a tool, a marketing ploy to build up his brand for what he really wants to do. And I think that's to start another TV network. And I think it was twofold. First, he was trying to get NBC to give him more money for the Apprentice. NBC pulled the plug and they said, nope, we're not interested anymore. Contract negotiations are off the table. No more Donald Trump. We're done with you. So then he just said, well, now what? Now I'm just going to be boo-boo the fool and beat up on these Republicans and have my way with them. Build up my brand. Let me show you how weak these guys are. Now, he did a good job at that. That's the only thing that he did a good job at, was completely destroying the Republican Party as we knew it.
Now, you know what? I give him credit for that.
Yeah, I do too.
And to be completely transparent, what did it for me, Lee, was back last year during the debates with the Republican debates. Remember, it was like him and 6 other candidates at the point.
Yep.
And they were having a debate on CBS, and he went after Jeb Bush hard.
Sure did.
And he even mentioned about his brother, W, bringing us into 9/11. It was his brother's fault. And he also said, we did not find weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
There was a hush among the crowd because it was always like an unwritten rule, you do not go after your own. But he did.
He did. Yep.
He gives no damns about you, me, or his own party.
But see, he's not really a Republican. And I don't think he's anything, really, quite honest. I think that he's just a fool.
Yes.
A complete schoolyard bully, a thug, and he's just out there running his mouth, causing all kind of hate and discontent. And see, he is no different than any other pimp, any other ruler in a third world country that gets up on the stage and is a carnival barker. And President Barack Obama called him that years ago at one of the dinners. To make a long story short, this guy he's a manipulator. He's self-serving.
Yes.
It's all about me, not about you. And he gets up there and gets inside the minds of those who are easy to be led in the wrong direction. Everybody's not created equal. There's some people who are listening to me right now, and I could say certain things to them and convince them that what I'm telling them is real. And there are other people that will say, "No, Lee, you don't know what the hell you're talking about because X, Y, Z." They get it. But there are a lot of uninformed, weak-minded people, and sometimes they've been called deplorable. And I don't think Hillary was incorrect in her statement. Some of them are deplorable. They're just sick, twisted, demented people. And it's a shame. I still love them because they are Americans and they're humans, but they've been touched. And I know I might be offending some people right now in my statement here, but it's true. And sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth is a little blunt. And we need to fix that. And the only way to fix it is through education.
And you're right. I totally agree with that. I mean, going back to when you read Mein Kampf, the fact that you had someone like Adolf Hitler, who was able to take a race of people and lead them, and here's a man who kept saying, of course, the master race, blonde hair and blue eyes, and was the complete opposite of that. Complete opposite, but yet something that he was saying triggered into the minds of the ego of that race at that time. But
That's
here
right.
I am better. Yes, I am the master race. Yes, we should be better than all of our counterparts globally. And even though he does not look like us or favor us, he supports us. For someone as Adolf Hitler to have created, you do see some similarities in Trump. People want to admit it. But once again, here's a guy who completely, whatever world he's living in, you don't want to be a part of. And if you was to sit down, and even if you put a drinking game, if you drank during the last debate, every time he sniffed, you'll be drunk as a skunk. The man sniffed 95 times. 95 times during a 90-minute debate.
Wow.
So he got 5 extra sniffs on you.
He was doing a sniff a minute, huh?
Man, my God. And once again, Lee, I'm not, look, I don't keep anything secret.
Yeah.
You hung out with people, so did I. That wasn't my vice. I knew guys and gals who did cocaine.
Right.
My thing was drinking.
Right.
So I went to guys and gals, about 5 of them I know for years, who are now off of it. But I said, let me tell you something. That was your scene. Do you think he's on cocaine? And they would tell me yes. They know that sniff when they hear it. I'm just saying, that's a cocaine sniff. I'm
it
sorry.
did sound very familiar, no doubt. And what was interesting,
Why do people sniff, though, from cocaine?
because you're still trying to get it into the membrane.
Insane in the membrane, right.
But see, what was interesting, he's such a fool.
Vision, dreams, of passion, right?
That's right. Don't ride the white horse.
That was my favorite right there. If you don't want to ride, don't ride the white. But yeah, it's going to be great theater again, and it is sad because he completely single-handedly has changed how presidential debates are, how campaigns are. It is definitely, I can't let nobody say, a dark day in our country when someone like him, who is just, once again, deplorable, despicable, just all-around, just nasty human being, has said all these things going back to harm him, that he can get as much attention. But see, also, I go back to people who do the following. You're going to have people who have come forward in the press and media and denounce him in public, but will they vote for him in private?
Right.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Well, and it's a good and legitimate concern because people do say one thing and do another. Now, based on what we're hearing, based on the voter registration rolls, based on the people who are saying, I've voted early and I voted for Trump, or I voted early and I voted for Hillary. Those exit polls don't always hold true as well.
Right.
A few elections ago, we found that out, that people lied when they came out of the booth, and they actually did something different. Now, I think that because of this bus ride, locker room, boy talk, I think that destroyed what little credibility he had with people who were undecided.
Yes.
And all of the polls that we have seen thus far, people who tend to be more educated, I guess, are able to decipher the difference between the real deal and bovine. And that's, I think, what we're seeing. People that are more educated can definitely see that this guy has no substance, and they're not going to vote for him. And I think that there is enough people in that category that are smart enough to be able to make a decision based on the facts and not just on what someone is saying. They'll fact check, look at other sources, and see that this guy is he's not real. He's not.
Well, on our side of the aisle, man, it's easy to be stupid because stupidity requires no thought process. You just go along here or drone and you just keep your arms. It's like The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But to be smart requires discipline. And you go back and fact check and you ask the
That's
questions
right.
and you do your best to do your due diligence to make sure by the time you hit that poll that you're well informed. But if you're a person that's very lazy, and there are a lot of lazy people out there who just go by what they hear, and like I've always said, when I was a kid, I always loved magic. And the first rule of magic applies to life. When you're doing a trick, you have to create a plausible diversion.
Yep.
In order for a trick to work, and that's what these people are doing, especially Trump. He's not even a good magician.
No.
I mean, he's not. It's like, remember back in the day, you would do like magic tricks, and if you had like a sidekick, and you put your blindfold around your eyes, and go to the audience and say, "All right, Swami, I have a item in my hand. All right, take your time. Take your time. It's a watch.
Right.
Congratulations."
Right.
I mean, the guy is an overall idiot, and so. But I don't. But also, I talk to people who don't like Hillary either.
Right.
So it's like the classic lesser of two evils. Then the question becomes again, why must I choose between two evils?
Right. Yeah, and
there's going to be one.
And that's the real problem here, because the dislike levels for both candidates, the major candidates, is very, very high.
Right.
The people,
yes.
A lot of people just don't like either one for a variety of reasons. Don Cody is saying he only sniffs during debates. He's on coke. But it's true. I mean, you've listened to 1,000 of his campaign speeches out there on the stump, and you don't hear him go. It's not there. So what is it? Is it coke, or is it a nervous condition and tension and pressure? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna throw that out there as a possibility.
Okay, let's look at the scenario. Let's just say, for the scenario for conversation, he does cocaine.
Okay.
And you're about to hit the stage on not only a national level, but an international level as well. You've been doing these debates. All eyes are on you. The pressure of not to have the fan faithful, they're going to be on your side, so vote for you regardless. Once again, the undecided, that's you have to sell. A lot of people, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is.
And so what do you do with pressure? You try to find ways to alleviate it so he won't be as nervous. See, here's his timeline if he knows his first two debates. Once again, and I dare you to clock in for this third one tonight. Give him a good 10 to 15 minutes. He's calm. He's very cool. He sounds almost like he knows what he's talking about. But after that 15-minute drop, he goes right into Trump mode.
Yep, can't
he
stay
goes
on.
right into Trump mode.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
Hillary will hit him with a jab, and he's gonna respond and go right back into his mode of Donaldism.
He'll go right into it.
Yep.
The last word type of thing. He might get a free pass because I don't know what the Fox people are telling moderator Chris Wallace how to operate, because he'll be the moderator tonight.
Right.
I don't know if he get a free pass on that because of the Fox News thing and all everybody's buddy. But there's some dissension in there because, I don't know if he knows this last week, Trump was supposed to appear on Hannity, and he canceled.
Oh. Well,
and so anytime you cancel your own people, that right there is also the red flag.
Wasn't Hannity one of the never Trump people? Wasn't he one of those guys that said he wasn't down with him in the beginning?
He's been flip-flopping.
Oh, okay.
He's been flip-flopping.
See, I don't watch Fox. I boycotted them probably 4 or 5 years ago. I just
I don't blame
I
him.
can't do them. It just drives me nuts. I can't do them.
Yeah, I know.
I watched the Mickey Mouse Club, and they've been off there 30 years.
Hey, man, just to say it's off 30 years, it's still a better program than Fox News currently.
Exactly.
Right.
Ain't no
get
shame
more
in
out
their
of it.
game, you know?
Exactly. No, it's for, as you know, their niche audience, and they placate to them, and they do a very effective job. But
now, what do you think? What do you think on the rumor that Trump may be starting a new cable network, and Roger Ailes may be either a partner or a consultant? I don't know what his deal is in terms of a non-compete, but the son-in-law apparently has been knocking on doors, and I talked to someone last night who has an inside track because my friend has an association, not association, he has a bank account with a specific bank. And this bank president told him that Trump and his people have been there to the bank trying to get a loan for $20 million. And it's to start a network. Now, Mr. Billionaire, but Mr. Billionaire, if you don't have $20 million that you can put into your venture for a startup, then you've been lying to us about how wealthy you are. Because $20 million is popcorn money to a billionaire. That's nothing.
Yeah, but every story needs the good guys and bad guys, angels and demons, white hats and black hats. So we've been told by a comb-over guy all these years that he's a millionaire or a billionaire, and he's not.
Right.
And what he has done, as far as I'm concerned, is to sell his name off to various properties.
Exactly.
To front for them, right.
That's right. He's pimping the name. But
exactly.
That's something they do all the time, though.
Yeah,
it's
true.
It's like when people see this young Kylie Jenner and they go, oh, she's one of the richest. They're only using her name.
Right.
She gets paid for that.
Yeah, exactly. Marketing.
So they do that all the time.
Yeah. But see, the way he puts it.
But his name won't be worth shit after this.
That's exactly where I was about to go. Has he damaged his brand, the Trump brand? Is the value of it today as strong as it was prior to 16 months ago? That is the question.
I think the fan faithful will always be there, which kind of makes sense in a diabolical way. If we're going to create this network, then all the free exposure that he has gotten this year, plus some change in months, for people to follow him, the news departments have it on 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So you just publicity alone, how much money he saved. So if you parlay that into a cable network, yeah, it can happen. It can happen. Those same people who go out and vote for him, and say, for example, in a world where we're blessed by God, he does not get into office and he goes into those network thing about creating his own stuff, then yeah, that would make sense. Because now he has the fan base, and the fan favor will carry him into him having his own thing. I can see that.
I think that's a possibility. My question would be whether or not it is a sustained fan base. Will people stick with him? Will people leave Fox, CNN, MSNBC, and others and come over to his network if that's the direction he's going to go in? And will the programming be engaging, compelling to keep them? Anytime you launch something new, there'll be a gold rush to check it out.
Right.
But then if you can't keep those listeners, those viewers, that is the ultimate litmus test.
Well,
so we shall see.
Well, right. You know this firsthand being a programmer yourself. If you do that, if you have Roger Ailes in your corner, for people who don't know, Roger Ailes, of course, was the founder and president and creator of Fox. Before that, he was the man that launched Rush Limbaugh in radio.
Right.
So with all that conservatism in him to do a second station, he would have to out Fox. And what I mean by that is he has to push the envelope and go further beyond what that station is doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm at his Twitter account, Trump's Twitter account, Donald J. Trump. I see 12.6 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of them are real?
That was the next one.
Push on his followers and just see how many of them say private.
There's a lot of eggs on here. Okay. And usually when someone doesn't have a picture, here's an egg, and the name is LIVLUX.
And how many followers do they have?
LIF 87.
Uh-huh.
No picture, no tweets. So that is a paid-for follower.
Sweet.
Okay? Is Frank Baker. Let's see if Frank is real.
Oh, they'll flip you. They'll find a picture.
Frank has 4 followers. He's following 4 people. There's 5 followers. And no tweets. So the 12.6 million is not real.
I thought he said he had 25 million on his debate. If you heard him, he said, I have 25
I think that
million.
was on Facebook.
No, he said Twitter. I
No,
swore he
well,
said Twitter.
I'm seeing 12.6 followers.
No, I'm just saying when he debated
Mhm.
Hillary, I thought that's what he said.
He mentioned about Facebook too.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
But they're not real because you can buy followers.
absolutely.
Those people from
yeah.
India
Hype.
sit in.
And he's a hype master.
Well, did you
Oh, man,
see
it-
where in the United States, these people from India, they set up a thing that they were IRS. They did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And they got caught, but they stole a lot of money. People showed up there and they could put on American accents. It
Right.
was just on news.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm checking out Trump for president.
And
Let's see
check out some other names like Jim Shoe and Seymour Butts and stuff like that, man.
You're a trip. Seymour Butts.
Seymour Butts, right?
I like that one. I would go into the airport and have people page.
Oh man, that was classic. That was the name I used to use. That was the name I used to use when we didn't have any teachers in class.
Right.
We had to sign the attendance sheet. That was my nickname, man. Seymour Butts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Seymour Butts.
Right.
Yep. I'm trying to see. Okay, I'm at the Donald Trump for president Facebook page. Likes. Where are the likes? I'm not liking you, so I'm not clicking on that. Okay, let's see likes. Let's see how many is over here. All right, likes. People talking about this is 3,095,000. Total page likes 1.9 million. So it ain't 25 million over here on this one.
Right.
Well, on his regular page where he's verified, he's got 11 million. 505,000.
On Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. That's
on
just
his,
on the
that's
Donald
on
Trump.
His verified count.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, 11.505. And Donald Trump Jr. has 646,000. So, again, the hype machine is alive and well. And it's easy to hype social media. Like Carol said, you can buy those followers.
They pay people to, I know record companies do, to sit there and that's their job is to keep making up names and then they go in and like.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid to do that.
Yeah, it's a hype machine.
That's right.
So tonight's a big night. After this, we'll be. Some people said that Hillary needs to knock him out. I think he's already been knocked out. They just need to do the final count.
Yeah.
And pull him off the stage and say, okay, man, you're done. I really don't expect him to be any different than the last two debates. I don't think he's got it in him.
No, he doesn't. He once again, he has no platform, no
now,
set
is he
project.
going to do what he did last time where, remember he had those 4 women, one with the mustache, and that claimed that Clinton raped them or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he going to do that with Obama's brother and then the woman that says her son was killed in Benghazi?
At Benghazi, yeah.
But they should really read the whole story on Benghazi.
Yeah. Well,
Clinton had nothing to do with that.
A little bit of knowledge
and
is a dangerous
thing. And Republicans didn't want to put money there.
Yeah. See?
So they ought to talk about that.
They don't want to talk about that because, see, that will make them look bad. It's the same thing with Obamacare. They don't want to talk about that. They just keep pointing at Obama saying it was a bad idea. And, that's, but they modified the original Affordable Health Care Act, they meaning Congress, watered it down to the point where they were willing to pass it, but not without the influence of these special interest groups like the insurance companies and the pharmaceuticals and the doctors and the hospitals. So when you get gangbanged by the crooks, that's what happens.
Well, they changed it, too. They made it where it wasn't affordable for everybody. Obama didn't do that. That wasn't his original plan.
That's right. But in order
But a
for
lot
it to
of people
pass,
think it was. I go, no, you need to read up on it.
that's right.
They would not accept everything he put on there because it should be affordable for everybody.
And we got Guy Brody back on the line. Guy, we had a intermittent problem with the internet feed here. Went down for about a minute or so. That's what happened.
Okay.
Either that or that Walmart phone you're on, caused the problem.
You tripping. There you go. I knew he was going to throw a rotten egg over here.
That's called drop the stink bomb in the room and walk out and lock the door.
Right.
That's how you do that. So it's a classic thug move.
Right. I know you guys are ready for the debate tonight, so might as well. I see Steve Schmidt, the Republican strategist, says that, and I said this from day one. I think I've even said it to you, Lee. I said, after the election, I mean, Steve Schmidt is saying Hillary's going to win in a landslide. That's what he actually believes. He's a Republican strategist,
right.
And he said, he also said that, that the Democrats will pick up 20 seats in the House after this. And I believe that too. I believe they're going to reap what they've sown. Republicans are going to reap what they've sown by, as the president even said, they created Donald Trump. And to constantly denounce him but still endorse him, you can't have it both ways.
No.
And even when you this guy is rotten to the core. They know that.
Yeah, he's toxic.
Right. And to act like, well, if John McCain is going down as quiet as this guy.
Yeah, I saw that. The Democrat that's
down.
running against him, it's a very tight race there in Arizona. And Arizona's a
he's going
red
down
state.
too because he the other day announced he wants all Republicans to make sure Republicans are the ones that stay in the Supreme Court justice and all that.
Right.
So
I think he hurt himself.
But it's just a dumb move on his part because he backed away from Trump, but he still wants to be an obstructionist, and that's bad news.
Yeah,
that's toxic. John McCain, I think he's a little senile. I think he needs to go sit down anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all got to get old, but I mean, John, and I have respect for him as a former serviceman and all that. I mean, he served his country, but he's done. He's cooked.
I think it's time for him to move on as well, as Mitch McConnell.
Right.
Harry Reid is a Democrat. He's retiring from Nevada. And there's a bunch of other eggheads on there that need to go.
I think a lot of them are too old.
I agree.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them are too old.
Guy, now you're in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
I noticed yesterday when they had those long lines? Who's leading right now in Atlanta?
It's going to be tight here, but
yeah.
There's certainly early voting is off the chain here. Early voting is off the chain.
I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be an incredible feat for Hillary to take this to turn this thing
state blue. Yeah,
turn the state blue. It'll be that'll be an incredible feat.
So now let's look at this. Now Nevada is leaning blue. They're saying Arizona is looking bluish.
Right.
Texas is looking bluish.
Right.
Virginia is blue. North Carolina is looking bluish. Georgia is looking bluish. This could be a butt wipe if Florida comes in. Pennsylvania, I have no concerns about Pennsylvania. It's going to be blue. Ohio, maybe. But who cares? Because if you convert a state like Texas and Georgia and North Carolina, give him Ohio. Let him have Ohio. He can have Cleveland, the mistake by the lake. But I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? There are other dynamics that are changing here in America, and that's what people are ignoring. So if these other traditional red states flip blue this time, it could be a landslide.
Yeah, there'll be one state you don't have to worry about flipping, and that's Louisiana. Louisiana will definitely stay they'll stay
Well,
red.
you know.
And what about
Right.
Mississippi will stay with
Oh
Trump?
yeah,
Mississippi will stay
Mississippi,
right.
Alabama, Tennessee.
What about
Right.
North Carolina, though? Isn't that more Hillary now?
North Carolina is a good shot for she definitely has a chance. in
Yeah,
North
because there's a
Carolina,
lot of
too.
minorities that live in those
Right.
areas, and they're educated minorities.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
Now Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee. Nah, because there's still too much hate and uninformed people that live in those states, and Kentucky.
Right.
Mitch
West
McConnell has
Virginia,
been dogging
West
his
Virginia.
fellow Kentuckians for years.
West Virginia. is
West
another one.
Virginia, yeah, those are not going to change, and it's
Right.
unfortunate. But the
It is.
mindset of the people in those states they're just hating. They're still stuck on 1960, and the clock just stopped ticking, and that's where their comfort. That's their comfort
Yeah,
level.
No progression whatsoever.
No. But you know what, guys? The United States of America will continue to move forward with or without them. And a lot of those guys are still pissed off because they lost the war.
Yeah.
Can't let it go.
Nope. Not at all.
And it's sad. As an American, I feel bad for them because they know not what they do.
Well, it's been a good show, Lee.
It ain't
I will
over.
tell you,
It ain't over yet. We got a minute and a half, 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute to the end.
Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna go back to smoking and drinking and cleaning my gun, and I'm gonna let you good folks go and do what you do. I'm
And
just
and
gonna
don't
go
forget
back-
to slap that mule.
Yeah. I figure it's happy hour somewhere.
Somewhere. You're right. If not, we'll turn it into one.
That's right.
See, you got to have a little laughter in there at the end of the show just to pump it up, you know?
I hate I'm not going to
Absolutely.
be here tomorrow because I really wanted to
Yeah.
get into this debate.
Yeah, maybe you can phone in or something. Or you got a big date tomorrow?
No, I have to take the cats to the vet.
And that's going to take
Carol,
2 hours?
Well, they have to get shots and dewormed and
Oh, please.
Hey, Lee, you know what? What blew me away with Donald Trump? He wants Hillary to pee in a cup after all that sniffing and snorting he's been doing. Are you serious?
Nah, he don't want to go there.
he'd probably have someone else pee for him though.
That's right.
That's what, exactly
That's
right.
nothing more than another distraction
Right.
to keep your mind off of his bovine.
Right.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for calling in. Chris Bass, Guy Brody,
Yes, sir.
Carol, and Lee. We've had big fun here today. We'll see you tomorrow right here on thepowerofvoices.com, YouTube and Facebook, and all around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And do me one favor. Hit the share button. Share it with your friends. Thank you. Have a great day.